Welcome to Shooby Dooby Doo, a podcast where we talk about pop music, specifically by deep diving a randomly chosen UK top 10 singles chart from the past. I'm Andy Robinson.
And I'm James Cook.
Yeah, James, because of this week, it's April Fool's Week.
Yes.
If there is such a thing.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah, that's what we say. We're not doing the top 10, are we? Because we've played a fantastic prank on Britain and the world. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, the world will never recover from what we've done this week. Instead of doing a top 10, we're doing the next 10, numbers 20 through 11 of a randomly generated date, and that is the 20th of November, 1989.
I mean, it's up there with Panorama planting spaghetti on trees as a classic April Fool's prank. I mean, you can always go and listen to the one just before this where we do numbers 20 to 16. Should we have a quick recap for people who can't listen to part one?
Sure, although I do think to hell with them. But we should recap anyway.
Up 13 places to number 20 this week. It's Comment to Dia Adieu by Jimmy Somerville with June Miles Kingston.
It's the best song ever in the French language to name-check Pyrex.
And Kleenex. Down 8 to number 19. It's Room in Your Heart by Living in a Box.
An earnest 80s power ballad that borders on the David Brent.
It's a new entry, reaching as high as it will ever go. At number 18, it's Ouija Board by Morrissey.
Morrissey, Joan Sims and Kathy Burke in Carry On Contacting the Dead.
Up 11 places to number 17 this week, it's Inner City, Asking What You Gonna Do With My Lovin'.
A classy dance R&B cover, slightly spoiled by what they do to a snooker table.
And down 6 places to number 16 this week, it's Street Tough by Rebel MC and Double Trouble.
A great fun proto-Stormzy British rap about shaking your stuff.
You can listen to all of these songs or watch them on our YouTube or Spotify playlist. As always, we like to recommend you that. We wouldn't be here without talking about these brilliant records. I'm excited about the next ones that are coming up, James.
Yeah, and we're excited about the ones that we've got coming up in the Bonus Tracks podcast, available exclusively to our beloved Patreon backers, the people who very kindly bung in a couple of quid every month to keep this podcast going.
Records that never ever made the top 10, which you can check out, and we always again like to give you a nudge towards them.
And here's a little taster of what happens behind the paywall. Woke Nonsense from Janet Jackson in 1989 there.
Yeah, well, should we say she's a Nepo baby as well, even though she's not?
Never too much. 1,000 kisses.
Never too much.
In one go? Or over a period of time?
1,000,000 days in your arm. Not only has 1,000 kisses, it's only over the course of 1,000,000 days.
1,000,000 days in your arms and 1,000 kisses. So that means you're getting a kiss every 1,000 days.
Yeah.
Join our community now at patreon.com/ShoobyPodcast.
Number 15.
A non-mover at number 15. Its peak position. It's Come On and Get My Love by D-Mob, introducing Kathy Dennis.
That's right, they're introducing, they're not with her, they're not featuring, and they're not versus her.
They're saying, everyone, this is Kathy.
Hi.
Kathy, this is everyone.
Hi, world.
This is one of the few songs in this next 10 that was actually a bigger hit in America than it was here in the UK. It gets to number 10 in the Billboard Hot 100.
As I mentioned at the end of part one, James, with the Street Tough record by Rebel MC and Double Trouble, I posited that the world was changing a little bit in terms of pop music, at least. I'm going to say this record's got a flavour of that, hasn't it?
In introducing Kathy Dennis to the world,
For starters,
they are introducing one of the great pop songwriters of the next however many years.
do it. Talk about the other songs apart from her hits in the 80s and early 90s. What other songs has she wrote?
As a writer or co-writer, she has written Reach,
S Club 7.
Never Had a Dream Come True,
S Club 7 again.
Can't Get You Out of My Head, famously,
Kylie Minogue.
Anything Is Possible,
Oh, yeah, who did that?
Will Young,
Oh, okay.
Come Into My World,
Nope.
Kylie Minogue,
Of course. My apologies, Kylie and Kathy.
Sweet Dreams My LAX,
Rachel Stevens.
Toxic,
Britney.
About You Now,
Sugar Babes.
I Kissed a Girl.
Katy Perry.
She won 2 Grammys and 6 Ivor Novello awards.
Yeah.
She's a one-woman songwriting machine, and she did write this song she's just singing and dancing about. I say just like it's something I could do, which it isn't. Don't need to do that down in any way.
Important for us to point that out.
She brings a lot of personality to the performance.
It is very important, James, I feel,
Yeah.
to point that out, that when me and you are giving unasked for opinions, that we are saying we can't
Yeah.
do it.
Even if we slag a song off, which we very rarely do, to be fair to us. I mean, at least they've put a song out and could do it. We can't do that.
100%.
But are they doing a podcast about pop music from the past? No, so they can't have a go at us for doing it.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
All right, then. Anyway, let's
Hear
get
that,
into,
Savage Garden? Leave us alone.
let's get into this song. I've loved it this week. I'd forgotten all about it. You personally, did you ever dance on a bop? That's what it's there for, isn't it? It's a dancing record, isn't it?
It's a dancing record. It was brought to life to me by watching the video.
Lot of fun, the video.
It's one of those videos that's about the making of a pop video.
That's right.
So you see all the sort of behind the scenes stuff, but it's actually in front of the scenes because that's part of it.
And everyone's dicking about in it, aren't they? Well, Kathy Dennis isn't. But
Kathy Dennis is doing it dead straight. She's singing her song, and then D-Mob, Dancing Danny D, Daniel Kojo Poku, MBE, we should point out.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah. He's mucking about. He's coming in. And he's trying to spoil it, and it reminded me so much of Little and Large, of that dynamic. Sid's trying to sing his song here. Uh-oh, here comes Eddie. Yeah. He's got a Deputy Dog impression that no one under 30 is going to understand.
It's a standard thing in double acts, isn't it? One of them tries to sing a song and the other one messes it up. I mean, James, we would never relate to such behaviour, would we? I'm gonna sing a beautiful song.
But what would Frank Spencer say if he were here?
Oh, stop it, James, you absolute... Yeah, all that kind of stuff.
That made me like it a bit more, see the sort of lighter side of it.
Yeah, while we're talking about the video, Kathy Dennis is getting a lot of similar love and lust-lorn comments, a bit like Richard Derbyshire from Living in a Box did in part 1.
I'm guessing from a slightly different group of people.
Yes, one would imagine, although it's 2026, who knows?
It'd be quite the polyamorous throuple, wouldn't it, to be with Kathy Dennis and Richard Derbyshire? Not now, obviously.
No, the director, D-Mob, what's his name again? Danny Doodah.
Dancing Danny D?
Yeah. He does a rap in the record as well, doesn't he?
He does, in a proper 80s rap style.
Your favourite kind of style?
So we've had both kinds of rap, haven't we? Because we spoke about Rebel MC in part 1.
That's right.
Doing very much a not style rap.
We also mentioned in Rebel MC Street Tough video, there was one white woman in it. In that video, Kathy Dennis would be the one white woman. Does it matter? I mean, we talk about black music, so I feel it sort of matters, and also it doesn't matter. I'm very confused sometimes. Having said that, we ain't going to win no Mobos.
Who? We aren't. No, damn right we're not. And we shouldn't. Yeah. And that's fine.
I'd love to say, why haven't I won a Mobo? What with releasing no music? That'd be my reason as well.
You know so much that that's going to be the clip that I'm going to put in the teaser in part 1. People are going to wonder what the hell's going on in part 2.
I find it confusing talking about black and white music because it is important, isn't it? To some extent, and also really meaningless because it's a global language and everyone should love each other. Yeah,
it is an observable thing.
Yeah.
I think that's fair enough.
All right, then let's move on from this whole mess. Jazz the Glass says, I used to work with Danny in the McDonald's on High Street, Kensington. And then AJS41 on YouTube pops up to say, interesting, because Kathy also worked in a restaurant, her dad's place in Norwich. Then Mishima 505 pops up to say, the hottest thing to come from Norwich since Coleman's Mustard. And then Brandon Moore pops up to say, happy belated International Women's Day, Kathy Dennis.
I hope he's doing that for every female pop star.
You would
just spending all day doing that.
Or just Kathy Dennis. Have you heard that thing Jermaine Greer said about International Women's Day?
Oh, I thought Jermaine Greer said about Kathy Dennis. No, what did she say?
Even pies get a week. National Pie Week. It's true, isn't it?
Pies. Kathy Dennis from Norwich. Dancing Danny D from Stoke. It's a sort of championship fixture there. When would Kathy Dennis appear on a UK #1 single as a singer?
I do not know. Give me a clue.
In 1989. In fact, not long after this.
As part of another collaborative?
Yes. I'll also give you a clue that Jimmy Somerville, who you spoke of in part 1, is also on the same record.
Is it some charity record?
It is.
For some disaster?
Kind of.
What happened in 1989?
Not a disaster a disaster that was ongoing.
I don't know.
It was Band-Aid 2.
Oh, yes.
The Stockcake and Waterman produced remake of Do They Know It's Christmas, which was the Christmas #1 in 1989.
Did Kathy Dennis get a line on it? The all-important line?
She's just in the chorus.
Did Jimmy Somerville get one?
Yes, he does.
Thank God it's them instead of you.
No, he does. And in a world of plenty. And at Christmas time, it's hard, but when you're having fun, he gets to do those lines.
Right.
Have you heard Band-Aid 2?
I did at the time.
Yeah.
Like, it's not one I returned to, put it that way. You don't even, as of time of recording, James, beginning of January 2026, I heard the original a lot knocking about.
But
Band-Aid-ageddon.
No
I ran
one
away
really
from
plays
it.
Band-Aid 2.
No. Or the one they did much later with Chris Martin and all that on. No one cares about their follow-ups, do they?
No.
We'll do it one day, I'm sure.
I know you're a fan. But there's a lot of Cliff on Band-Aid too.
Is that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'll have to.
It's such a bizarre selection of pop. I was supposed they were the pop stars at the time, but because it's Stock Cake and Waterman, it's all their acts.
Yeah.
And I know Cliff was working with them a little bit as well, so he's on it.
He would have loved that.
So, you know, Sonia and Big Fun and Matt Goss from Bros, he's on it as well. But Kathy Dennis is there in the background.
What a travesty.
Thinking to herself, I could write a better song than this.
And she did.
And she did. Well done, her.
Dr. Captain Morgan below the line on YouTube says that this is the only pop song Beethoven would approve of.
Does he say why?
No.
And does he mention whether it's the composer or the large dog from the films?
No, he just leaves it hanging. We'll leave that up to you. I'm going to say this record did set a scene. It reminded me of like Lisa Stansfield when she did records with Cold Cut, Betty Boo with the Beatmasters, all that kind of thing. The dance collective getting a great singer in to put the cherry on top.
It was definitely a thing, wasn't it, around the 80s and 90s, and it still continues to be for a long time, where you get the producer, the songwriter, and then the guest vocalist, who sometimes is featuring, sometimes is with, but in this case is introducing.
Yeah, I really like the introducing thing. It seems appropriate, doesn't it? We've done some dance records before where the singer on it isn't even named, haven't we? You know, the DJs and the beat makers, they all give themselves credit, but not to give the singer a name check seems a bit daft.
It reminds me of in films or TV shows, they always use the introducing credit when it's like a kid or a young person. Kind of, hey, this is where you saw them first, guys.
Number 14.
Down 6 to number 14, the only record in this next 10 that has been a number 1. It's Jive Bunny with That's What I Like.
Jive Bunny and the Master Mixers.
My apologies, Master Mixers. I always forget you. How have done Jive Bunny before? It's weird the way these random charts turn out.
Yeah, and the Jive Bunny song we did before was their 4th single, which was their first one not to get to number 1.
Yeah.
And Andy Pickles from Jive Bunny said, I think it was a conspiracy. I don't think the industry wanted a rabbit to hold the record of the first 4 singles going to number 1. Or we were just all a bit bored of it by then. Because this is their second single, their second of 3 number 1s. All happened in the second half of 1989.
I feel we are talking about Jive Bunny with an air of everybody knows what and who they may be, but that's not necessarily the case, is it? How would you explain Jive Bunny to an alien, James?
To an alien?
Or to somebody who's never heard it.
Okay, well, they're mega mixes, aren't they? They are medleys of old rock and roll records.
Mostly rock and roll records.
Mostly rock and roll records. Old records from the past. Yeah. All one after the other, with a little bit of business in between.
That's right.
With our old friend, Chubbington Checkerstein, Chubby Checker. See previous podcasts to find out why we call him that.
We call him Chubbington Checkerstein because it was his birth name, wasn't it? Email us into shoobypodcast@gmail.com if you don't agree.
And he'll be shouting, come on, everybody.
Come on, everybody.
And stuff like that.
Come on, everybody.
It's fairly straightforward. It's fairly Route 1. But for some reason, in the second half of 1989, maybe it was people worried about the new decade coming or the end of the Cold War. But for some reason, they were massively successful. Yeah. And I have to confess, and I've said it before on this podcast, their first single, I bought.
Yeah, you're a big fan, aren't you?
Part of the problem. Did not buy this single.
I learned on YouTube comments that someone said Pete Doherty's first album was by Jive Bunny. So,
the first one he bought, rather than the first one he's on.
Yeah, so who knows?
Because, of course, the first one he's on is I Wish I Could Fly by Keith Harrison Orville.
Cutie Claire Bear says, made in my hometown of Doncaster. Whoop, whoop.
Yep, they're from that way. That sort of Rotherham, Doncaster area.
I'm going to try and explain, James, to drag it back to what you said. I watched the video. Yeah. And I also thought, I'm going to write down every song that I recognise, and I'm also going to try and write down everything that I see in the video, because the videos are cornucopias, aren't they? They're medleys and mashups of some kind of any old clip that I can find lying about.
Yeah, it's like old Pathé news footage. I also wrote down a bunch of stuff that happens in the video. I wonder if you've got the same things.
Should we do it?
Okay.
Should we do Jive Bunny Bingo?
Okay, go ahead.
All right then. What we're doing first, the records. I recognise Chubby Checker or Chubbington Checkerstein saying, come on everybody, Hawaii 5-0, and it's back to Let's Twist again. Then it's a bit of Let's Dance by Chris Montez, a bit of Great Balls of Fire by Jerry Lee Lewis, a bit of Johnny Be Good, but only the intro with Chubby Checker saying whatever he's saying. That goes into Good Golly Miss Molly by Little Richard. Let's Do the Twist, Chubbington Checkerstein reappears. Then there's a bit of Carl Perkins, I think, singing On Your Marks. That goes into Eddie Cochran, guitar intro for some song. Dion, Run Around Sue, Big Bopper, They chuck him in because there's an, "Oh, baby, that's what I like."
Which is the title of the track, That's What I Like.
Of course, I never realised that.
From Chantilly Lace.
What a div I am. And also, it goes back to Hawaii Five-0 at the end. That's the music taken care of. What did you see in the video?
That's most of the music taken care
What
of.
have I missed? What have I missed?
First of all, let's credit the theme from Hawaii Five-0 by The Ventures.
Yeah.
In this case.
Recorded by the Ventures, and they didn't write it, I don't think.
Should we talk about that song, Hawaii Five-0, by Morton Stevens?
Ba, 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 ba. I might just sing it while you're talking.
Have you heard of the version by Sammy Davis Jr.?
Hawaii Five-0?
Yep.
No.
Because he wrote lyrics to it.
Did he?
Yeah, there are lyrics to the Hawaii Five-0 theme tune.
Hawaii Five-0, Hawaii Five-0, Hawaii Five-0. I imagine he did a better job than that. He didn't do the blankety blank, blankety blank, blank.
It's all about if you're ever in trouble, you can count on me. It's all like that. But there is a version.
I'd like to hear it.
Yeah.
I shall after you've gone.
All right, fine. I'm staying then. You mentioned The Twist and Let's Twist Again, both featured. Wipe Out by the Safaris.
Is that in there?
That is in there.
Okay.
Razzle Dazzle is by Bill Haley rather than Carl Perkins.
Oh, is that what the On Your Marks bit is from?
But
okay, my
I think you mentioned
apologies.
all the other ones. Summertime Blues is the Eddie Cochran intro.
That's the one, of course.
That's in there. In the video, what do you see in the video?
Go on, you do it. I bored you with all the records.
Well, there's a guy making frogs jump
Yes.
to win some kind of wager by the looks of things.
Yeah.
There's a lot of military blunders.
Yeah.
Things exploding near tanks, etc.
That's right.
And missiles going off.
Yeah.
There's a load of dancing,
Of course.
from the olden times. Load of cars.
Let's go for the dancers. There's go-go dancers. There's rockers and Teds. All human life is represented there.
The three main kinds of dancers.
Yeah.
There's President Kennedy throwing a baseball.
That's right.
There's
Helicopters, war rockets, jetpacks.
yeah. Jive Bunny has a mobile phone at one point, which is kind of anachronistic. There were no mobile phones back in the 50s and 60s.
That's right. Jive Bunny and his Jive Bunny partner, they pop up now and again, don't they? With a crap cartoon over the top of all this.
Yeah, he's got a mobile phone, clearly spending the money from the first number one.
Yeah. Jive Bunny, some sort of technical innovator, you say?
Yeah, I'm saying he's basically Elon Musk.
You also see little clips of Little Richard, Elvis and Dion.
Elvis is in the video. None of his songs feature in the song.
No.
He's just there. He's just, hey, remember Elvis? We don't have the rights.
I mean, they're quite long, these records, aren't they? The one on the YouTube's 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think the YouTube one's longer than the one that's on Spotify.
And yet, it sounds like a Brian Wilson-esque suite of songs moving through many movements. The first time I heard it, before I realised it just... I mean, it's a great idea, isn't it? Just nick loads of great bits of records and stick them out for a little short-lived pop career.
It worked for Jive Bunny, didn't it?
Oh, my God, didn't it?
Late 1989, they were massive. Massive they were.
Yeah.
I remember Ben Elton did a routine about Jive Bunny,
That's right.
bemoaning it, saying there are kids growing up today who think Elvis had a stutter.
And he wanted Jive Bunny to die of myxomatosis, was one of his many punchlines.
I mean, it is what it is. Isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
We are where we are.
We are where we are, and it is what it is. It's going, we're doing this, and it does that, and there's nothing more to it, and it was incredibly popular. I suppose in the time of Spotify, you just listen to the old songs on a playlist, wouldn't you?
I guess so.
But in 1989, the only way you could hear these songs was by listening to Jive Bunny.
And if you listen to part one of this podcast, if you wanted to hear it again, you had to get a flight to Tokyo, to Milan or whatever, and wait every hour for it to be played. That's a reference to part one, but we like to do that now and again.
Yeah.
Just to remind you what you've missed.
And to reward the people who are paying attention.
Yeah.
Number 13.
It's a new entry at number 13. It's Fool's Gold by the Stone Roses.
Again, James, as we mentioned with Kathy Dennis and Rebel MC, when this appeared on Top of the Pops, again, late 80s, I thought, oh, things are changing.
Do you mean the episode of Top of the Pops that airs a few days after this chart?
Is it the one where he's wearing the red military jacket, Ian Brown, and looking good? And it was the same. I remember it vividly. It's the same episode. The Happy Mondays were on doing Hallelujah.
Yep, Hallelujah.
I mean, what time? What a glorious time to be alive, thinking, finally, things are changing. As we mentioned in the top 10, you've got records such as Don't Know Much by Linda Ronstadt and Aaron Neville, and Another Day in Paradise. Even Kylie Minogue, UB40 doing a ropey cover of Homely Girl. Things are changing.
And it's all happening in the next 10. The future is in the next 10,
Yeah.
guys. And
It's true, isn't it, this week? That's why I'm glad we're doing 11 to 20.
well, that episode of Top of the Pops is quite renowned.
Is it?
Yes, it is known as the edition that killed the 80s.
Right.
Because of the appearance of Stone Roses and Happy Mondays.
I mentioned that with someone made a comment about Living in a Box. The last couple of months of 1989, this really feels like a winding down of the 80s song. It doesn't feel like a winding down of the 80s. It feels like a winding up of the 90s.
Yeah. Also on that episode of Top of the Pops, big fun, Jeff Wayne's Eve of the War and New Kids on the Block doing the number one, the right stuff. So there's still a bit of 80s there. Yeah. But yeah, I remember that episode of Top of the Pops as well. And just the confusion when Stone Roses appeared. What is this?
Yeah.
Never heard anything like it.
I watched that video again rather than the official video. Did you watch the official video this week?
I did.
They're just going up and down a hill, aren't they?
Yeah, they're just having a walk around. Walking around, having a look at some hills and that.
And someone on YouTube says it's the same video as another one they did for She Bangs a Drum or something. So they must have done a double video on that day to save some money. But their Top of the Pops performance is iconic. They look great, don't they? Also, we should point out at the time of recording early 2026, Manny has just tragically passed away. Thank you, Manny, for your contribution to the panoply of pop.
And his contribution to this song is, of course, the bass line. Where did he get that bass line from?
I don't know. Is it a sample of some kind that is reappropriated, interpolated?
It's not a sample. He re-recorded it. It is Manny playing it. And this is, Manny has said he got it from somewhere else. He got it from Know How by Young MC.
Oh, okay.
It's the same bass line, or it's an approximation of.
The drums by, what's his name, Rennie?
Yes.
I read on YouTube again, it's not a sample, but it's playing over Hot Pants by James Brown.
Well, Hot Pants is by Bobby Bird, I think.
Okay, and the drummer, Clyde Stubblefield or whatever, played the drums.
Well, some people think it's Hot Pants, and some people think it's Funky Drummer by James Brown. It really depends on who you believe.
Okay. No one talked about the guitar so much being ripped off, but I love this. A few people pointed it out to Shane Meadows' This Is England, yeah?
Yeah.
And a few people pointed... I had a look on YouTube to check, and one of the characters, Woody, I think, in This Is England, he describes his record by calling it the ding ding, diggy ding ding, a flinky flonk flonk, a wanky shanky flunk ding dong.
That is what it is called.
We all do that, don't we? Make up silly words and silly rhymes for these musical bits of brilliance.
We should say it's a double A side with What the World Is Waiting For,
Yeah.
but this is the song that everyone knows.
Oh, yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it? I mean, you know, come on. Fool's Gold by Stone Roses. You'd have to be a real div not to like this song, I think.
People like different things. Let them not like it if they don't want. I disagree, but, you know,
All right.
I'm not going to set my army of fans on them. I'm not Morrissey.
I'll remember that next time we do another Anton Deck record that you've said that with your hatred.
I don't hate Anton Deck. Anyway, this gets to number 8. It will be their first of 4 UK top 10 hits, and it will be the 3rd, 10th, 13th, 15th of 17 top 75 hits, because they just keep re-releasing it.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? The NME voted it the 31st greatest song of all time, but also the 32nd greatest indie anthem ever.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
No.
Surely, if you're only 32 in the greatest indie anthems, you can't be 31 in the greatest songs of all time. Surely there's another song there that should be ahead of you.
Well done for picking up on that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the Stone Roses, isn't it? So when you watch the clip on, whether it's on YouTube or whether it's on Top of the Pops, their clothes, their attitude is refreshing at this time. You know, James, we've talked about Stone Roses before, haven't we, in one of our Patreon episodes. What's the one thing that winds me up about Stone Roses?
I can't
Can you remember?
No, what was it?
It was the Stone Roses fans.
Okay.
Always going on about they're the only band that matters. It's only Stone Roses are any good. The parochial pride and that fierce, I don't know, whatever, Stone Roses patriotism really gets on my tits with Stone Roses fans. They're great, though.
Well, listeners of Radio 5 voted this the song that best summed up the city of Manchester.
Of course they did.
Which is weird, because it's not about the city of Manchester.
What's
even
it
though that's
about?
where it's from. Do you know?
No, go on, I'm all ears.
It is based on the movie The Treasure of the Sierra Madre.
Oh, yeah.
IMDb rating 8.2. Have you seen that movie? John Huston directs. Humphrey Bogart's in it. It's really good.
Peter Lorre?
Is Peter Lorre in it?
Doesn't matter.
I can't remember. I have seen it, despite my basic lack of memory of who's in it.
They mention the Marquis de Sade in the lyrics.
Yeah, they also mention what other number one that we've talked about previously on this
I
podcast.
don't know.
These boots are made for walking. Is one of the lyrics.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
But yeah, The Treasure of Sierra Madre is about a bunch of guys who go into some mountains to look for gold, and it basically, their greed and lust for gold tears them apart and leads to no good.
Okay.
And that's what the song is about. It's all the stuff about the road is a long road and it winds through the hills for 15 days and the pack on my back is aching. That's all because of that. And Fool's Gold is a reference to in that movie. Why should this song be called FES2?
What?
Why
are you talking about?
Why should this song be called FES2?
What the hell are you talking about?
Because that is the chemical symbol for iron pyrite, commonly known as Fool's Gold.
Okay. There's a lot of arguments about what is best on this record under the line of is it drums or the bass or the guitar.
Just have a nice song.
You can't just have a nice time with everybody. We have to divide and separate.
Put them in order of which is the best bit.
Really annoying.
Just say we like it all because it's one song.
And they're all playing great in tandem. They are weaving a magic spell with each other. Fantastic. Clothilda 1623 says, pity Ian Brown has recently gone full Morrissey and turned into a right bell end.
The rich old white guy.
With his views on vaccinations and all that. James, I don't like to criticise anybody for expressing themselves. Otherwise, we'd be in right trouble, wouldn't we? All right, then, this is another way of looking at him. Tyler Bush 5939 says, Ian Brown looks like he makes grilled cheeses at night.
He's got that look about him, hasn't he?
I
thought that before. I thought, I bet he's got a grilled cheese going on at night. He waits for the sun to go down first, obviously.
It's been in many, many things I've learned. People recommend it and realise it and remember it from Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrows, an episode of Black Mirror.
Barrels.
What?
Not barrows.
That's right, my apologies.
That's a different film about wheelbarrows.
That's my accent. You can't understand my Brummie accent. What? Do you know, the other day, James, I was running out of pots and pans and towels, I asked my smart speaker to show me some home essentials and it played me the new Elton John album. Also, it appeared on GTA and FIFA. Also, as I mentioned, that brilliant clip from This Is England. Ding-ding, ding-ding, a flinky flonk flonk, a shanky wank, a flink flonk blank. I saw the Stone Roses at their fateful Reading their last appearance at one. Well, not their last one because they've reformed, haven't they?
Yeah.
I found this interesting about Stone Roses.
So this was at the Reading Festival that you saw them?
Yes, that famous one when it was rubbish and loads of people were leaving and they had a dancer on and John Squire had left the week before. A terrible ending to their legacy that they brought back with their triumphant gigs. Although I find it interesting with Stone Roses, they released a couple of records when they reformed several years ago. No one gives a shit about their songs.
Just play the hits, mate.
Just play the hits.
You've already put out Fool's Gold 5 times.
I worry about that, about Oasis. There's a rumour that they're going to do a new album, and do you think...
It'll really depend on how good it is and how much it chimes with their fans, I should think. How long into the Stone Roses gig did you stick around?
You know me, James, to the bitter end.
Did you?
I love a bit of chaos.
Well done.
I like a bit. People were so angry, especially when a dancer appeared. There was a dancer in Lycra.
Yeah.
So it goes again, as we mentioned, Stone Roses sort of the epitome of cool for a little bit, weren't they? And having this sort of backup dancer with them, I've never seen so many angry people.
And no guitarist?
No, they had another guitarist too. What's his name? Is there Ibrahim? Something like that. Well, I love a gig. I saw dearly departed Amy Winehouse. I saw her at a gig once and she was pretty drunk and late. And again, the whole crowd were going at her as it turned weird, a bit like this Stone Roses gig. I'll never forget Amy Winehouse. At one point she went, "If you're booing me now, you're a muggy." And it just ignited, the people who are already angry, getting angry at this. I loved her for saying it.
Number 12.
Up 8 places to number 12 this week. It's 808 State with the song Pacific State.
Who do we have to thank for the popularity of this track?
I don't know.
I'll give you a clue.
Yeah.
His name goes after the word ooh.
Cantona.
No.
Ooh, just a little bit. Gina G.
He had a bit in the middle.
Ooh, in the bit. What?
He was big in the 80s, and now he hosts Sounds of the 80s on Radio 2.
Gary Davis?
Where he still uses this as a bed.
Oh, okay.
Yes, he championed it.
I thought I recognised it from somewhere.
Yeah. He heard it when he was in Ibiza in the 80s, and he loved it, and he played it on his radio show.
Woo, Gary Davis. Yeah. Do you like Gary Davis? I think he can't believe his luck. He's back in the fold.
I think he works really hard and he's really good at what he does.
Me too. Like Tony Blackburn, all these people.
I told you the story about how we stayed in the same hotel as Gary Davis in the 80s.
Oh, tell me again.
Yeah, because
a bit like my Elton John.
we're on holiday in St Ives, and the Radio 1 Roadshow were in town.
That's
and they were all
right.
staying there, and Gary Davis was there. We saw him at breakfast, eating breakfast like a human. We were like, it's Gary Davis off the radio, with this bit in the middle, etc.
All right, so he popularised it and maintained it. No, he didn't popularise it.
He championed it, and he got it on the radio.
Well done, GD.
So, describe this song. How would you describe this song? It's an instrumental, we should say.
Yes, I always find it difficult to talk about instrumentals. How would I describe it? I don't know. It's kind of laid back, isn't it? A little bit, I'm going to say. It's I don't know. You describe it?
Well, it's the song that made a nation chill out.
Yeah, all right.
Not my words.
Who said that?
The words of The Independent,
Oh, yes.
who said it was the oral equivalent of throwing a party inside a giant flotation tank.
Yeah, all right. It's got that feeling to it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Nip over to Spotify and YouTube. I was going to attempt to play it on my guitar, but that'd be a fool's errand as opposed to fool's gold.
It's the kind of song that would show up loads in the 90s and noughties on CDs called things like Ultimate Chill Out.
That's right.
Essential Chill, and things like that. It is, it's a classic of that genre.
Yeah, I have to say I wasn't particularly bothered when it started up, but I liked very much where it ended, if you know what I mean. It's got momentum, hasn't it? At least the top of the Pops performance I watched as.
Yeah.
Picks up a bit of speed and intensity as it goes along.
We say it's an instrumental, but of course there is a singer on it.
Yeah,
And
tell
that,
me.
And that singer is a loon.
Hey, that matches that April Fool's Day prank we've done.
Yeah.
What do you mean, a loon? That's the name?
It's the bird.
Yeah.
The
bird song.
The bird song that's all the way through it. That's a loon. Apparently, it was included as a preset sample on an emu emulator, which kind of makes you think, why didn't they use an emu?
We should point out that 808 State are named after the drum machine, the 808, so I suppose there's that, isn't there?
Yep, the Roland TR-808, as heard on a song we've covered on this podcast previously, Sexual Healing by Marvin Gaye.
That's right. Among a few others, I think.
Oh, yeah, it's used loads. This song written by 808 State and former member of 808 State, Gerald Simpson. How is he better known?
A guy called Gerald.
That's right.
Yeah.
He had a number 12 hit in 1988 with Voodoo Ray.
A classic of its kind.
He claims that he wrote this entire track before leaving 808 State, and it was released without his permission.
Oh, dear.
They have come to some kind of agreement.
Andy Barker, another member of 808 State, who again I learned on YouTube has passed away, so R.I.P. Andy Barker.
Do you know what 808 State were originally called?
No.
And it'll make you go, 808 State is a bit of a weird name, but at least it's better than this.
Go on.
They were called Hit Squad Manchester. What a terrible name.
Joe Johnson says, I hadn't heard this for years and years. Then I heard a clip of it tonight on University Challenge. Almost getting the old Proustian rush from University Challenge of, they got the old Vicks out and started sniffing that.
Well,
running their hands through their hair and sweating.
I mean, they're often not, but some of the students on that show could be 18, in which case this song is twice as old as them.
Yeah.
It's more or less classical.
Robot Junkie says, I can almost still feel my Joe Bloggs jeans. Which I liked. This is good. William Andrew points out, when people think of the 80s, I doubt they think of this, but this is 80s. Again, we're talking about the change in culture, aren't we?
It is 80s, but 88, was that the second Summer of Love? You were there, weren't you?
87, I'd say, but go on.
Yeah, and so everything kind of dancey after that feels like a sort of step into the future. What TV theme tune did 808 State compose that is probably best known for being a 90s thing?
Give me a clue.
It was on Channel 4. It was on every week for a long time.
I don't know.
It was hosted by a bloke from Manchester, which kind of links in with the 808 State.
Was it The Word?
It was The Word.
Did they do the theme tune to
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Okay. You know, The Word had great bands on, didn't it? Had first appearance by Oasis, Nirvana, loads of others, even bands, records I love that no one remembers these days. Do you know who used to be the booker for The Word? Who used to spot all these bands and their potential early, and I'm going to give her a big shout out.
I feel
not
like-
necessarily for her work. Actually, that's really petty.
I feel like this is a name in the back of my mind. I feel like I have heard this before, and I've completely forgotten it.
It was Jo Whaley
Of
Radio
course.
2. She used to book all the bands for The Word. That's good, isn't it? With
Yeah.
the pedigree they had.
We've mentioned Gary Davis. Now we're mentioning Joe Wiley. We're doing all the Radio 1 DJs.
I watched Pop Master the other day with Ken Bruce. Have you ever watched that on Channel 4? Did you like it?
Takes a while, doesn't it?
Yeah, man. However, we don't like to judge. We're in part 2, and thanks for listening. Mono70 says, I just came from my lawyer's office. I changed my will to have this played at my funeral non-stop.
Non-stop all the way through the funeral. Well, there are lots of different mixes of it, and there's probably one that's long enough.
It's a mix we put on our Spotify. That's the one that got in the charts, isn't it? We like to double check these things.
Or the shortest.
Again, it appeared on Grand Theft Auto a lot, so a new generation being introduced to it. It's a pretty relaxing record. I didn't like it at the time. I don't particularly love it this week, but I enjoyed it being in this mix.
Something very hypnotic about the oboe?
Yeah.
Clarinet? What is that?
I
It's
don't
electronic, but...
I mean, some
Something.
people say saxophone, and then I watched them
Saxophone.
doing it on Top of the Pops, and it's one of these big black sticks, isn't it, essentially? I can't it's an electric instrument, an electric sax, maybe.
Yeah.
Very peculiar.
It's got a hypnotic quality to it.
Yeah.
It's like we were all being charmed, like a snake charmer.
I set a little competition, James, about Pacific State by 808 State, asking our listeners to... We're on social media, aren't we?
That's right, we're on Facebook. Search for Shooby Podcast. Also on Instagram.
So I set this competition. What other state could 808 be in? Yeah? For
Okay.
1 million pop points. Hugh Edwards has sent a message about how he used to read about the state of affairs. Jay Blades is having his say to suggest they're in a state of disrepair. Piers Morgan is boring us again, saying he's been a sorry state for a while, whilst Keir Starmer says he sees no harm in continuing to live in a state of denial. AC/DC say, can't you see that we should live in a state that rocks? While Jacko and Jagger are being carpetbaggers to say you put them in a state of shock. Would you believe we've been contacted by the FT to say you're only measuring with a state of benchmarks? Whilst William Shakespeare the Bard is coming in late and hard to proclaim that he reckons that something is rotten in the state of Denmark. Good suggestions, James. What do you think? I'm not giving it Hugh Edwards. Let's give it Shakespeare.
Number 11.
Up 16 places to this week's UK number 11.
It's number 11. What is it? Everyone was talking about what's number 11 back in the day, James.
It will get to number 4. It is Lambada by Keoma.
Yes, once again, it has a worldwide reach. Everybody on YouTube was talking in foreign languages, and I couldn't be bothered to press the translate, so I'll never know what they're saying. Actually, that's not true. I know what a couple of people are saying.
But what are your mememories of the Lambada?
Nothing really. I have to say, I know it's a phenomenon.
The forbidden dance.
Go on, why?
You can't do it. It's too raunchy.
What do you mean?
It's too sexual.
What do you mean?
That was what they said at the time.
Was it?
That it was a dirty dance, if you will.
Sure, I had a little look, because I was thinking, what's the Lambada about? I don't know this record. I know of it, of course, but I didn't remember it. Then I saw a page on the internet that said, here is a wild as hell story behind the Lambada. And I thought, James will do all the work for this and tell me about it.
It's not wild as hell, but it's not a story we haven't heard before.
Go on.
This podcast. So, this is a cover
Oh, yes. Whom of?
of the 1986 hit Chorando Se Foi, She Left Crying, by Brazilian singer Marcia Ferreira, which in itself was a reworking of the 1981 song Chorando Se Fu, They Left Crying, by Bolivian folk group Los Quiacos. Are you with me so far? Yeah. So it's a cover of a reworking. A bit like in part 1 when we talked about Comment te dire adieu. Same sort of deal. However, on Ferreira's version, so the second version, she credits the original writers on her version, but this version did not credit the original writers.
Okay.
But they say, the band say, we didn't know.
Oh.
We didn't know because the song was given to them by a couple of music producers. Jean Caracos and Olivier Lossac from France. They heard the song while they were on holiday and they registered an unauthorized version under the name Chico de Oliveira. Then they put the band together to record it, and they got in the Brazilian-born singer Loalwa Bratz, who is no longer with us.
I read on YouTube. Sounds terrible.
It is. It's a bit like the guy in Double Trouble.
Yeah.
She was killed during a robbery, or possibly a revenge killing. It's all a bit of a grey area. It's not very nice.
She was murdered, wasn't she?
Yeah.
On her own farm.
It's not nice at all.
Tragic by the look of it and the sound of it. Really depressing. Anyway, pick it up, James.
But anyway, Ferreira and the original songwriters from Los Quiacas, who are called Ulysses and Gonzalo Hermosa, they successfully sued and are now credited authors of the song.
Okay.
So now they are properly credited, but initially they weren't. So that's probably the story behind it.
Did you have any memory of the Lambada? Were you familiar with this tune and this?
Yeah.
Of course you're familiar with it. Do you like it?
Do I like it?
Yeah.
It's a bit of fun, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's a bit
why
of fun, the Lambada, the Forbidden Dance.
I mean,
It was such a massive song in the world, as you mentioned.
absolutely.
Biggest selling single in Europe in 1989.
Yeah.
Sells over 5 million copies worldwide. Eventually gets to number 4 in the UK. And 4 is the number of movies that were released within 12 months about lambadering.
Really?
Yes. There were, in order of release,
Yeah.
the Turkish movie, Lambada, IMDb rating 3.8.
You would expect that to be about the Lambada.
Yeah. The Brazilian movie, Lambada,
Again.
IMDb rating 5.5. Lambada, set the night on fire, 3.5. In which a Beverly Hills schoolteacher uses his Lambada dance moves to earn the kids' respect. Now, what the hell is going on there?
Yeah.
That's... What kids are these?
That's more far-fetched than Avatar. I love that teacher since he started doing his dance moves.
And the other sort of Hollywoody one was The Forbidden Dance,
Okay.
rated 4.0, in which a Brazilian princess tries to save the rainforests by introducing the world to the electrifying exotic lambada. I don't know how that solves the problem of the destroying the rainforest.
We'll have to watch the film and find out.
All the loggers are too busy dancing to cut down any more trees. I don't know how that works. I don't want to sit through those films.
This is from the man who watched an 1.5-hour documentary on Who Let the Dogs Out. And
Yeah.
you couldn't, you know, right
I'm
then.
not watching 4 movies about the lambada, 2 of which are in languages that I don't speak.
I don't think you're into this podcast as much as you used to be.
What I think is interesting, obviously it's in Portuguese,
Yes.
what the lyrics actually are.
Please tell me, I'm intrigued.
What do you think they are?
I don't know, about dancing sexy and I'm doing a lambada and everything's great and it has to rhyme with lambada, so she's probably in the larder.
He left crying, the one who once only made me cry. He will be crying when he remembers a love. Quite downbeat, isn't it?
Nice.
Dance, sun and sea, I will keep in my gaze. Love makes you lose and find. I will be dancing when I remember that this love for a day, for a moment, was king.
I'm just pointing out to listeners, James did the air grab when he was reading that lyric.
absolutely.
Clenched his fist and it was convincing.
This has happened before. Upbeat songs that are about something quite sad.
Yeah.
There's a bitterness to it, a tinge of melancholy.
Yes, I'm indifferent to its charms, but again, seems pointless to argue, really. It's such a massive worldwide hit. What does it matter what we think of it? Once again, at the bitter end, exposing us to the utter futility of this podcast.
I remember at the time watching an episode of Bruce Forsyth's Generation Game, where one of the rounds was teaching the contestants to do the lambada. And obviously Bruce and Rosemary Conley, was it, his assistant in that era?
Go on.
They did it, obviously. And I remember, you know, that goes, da-dun, 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 da-dun. I remember, and this has stayed with me forever.
Good old pop music.
And
what is it?
And it is what I think every time I hear the song, and every time I've listened to it this week, was Bruce Forsyth going, stick out your bum, stick out your bum, stick out your bum, stick out your bum.
Right.
So there, and now it will happen to you as well.
Bruce Forsyth has ruined this record for you. All right, then.
Who would have thought that's how he would be ending our chat about the lambada?
Ferry 8451 says, La musica no pasa de moda. Do you know what that means? I can see you try and read my notes upside down.
The music is moda is like fashionable or something like that.
Go
So
on.
this music is always fashionable.
Music never goes out of style.
Passa is never, isn't it? Yes.
Which I think that's a great. Music never goes out of style. We do it every week, James. Charts from yesteryear.
Yep.
And there's always great stuff. Nip over to our Spotify and YouTube playlist and listen to these and the 6 we're going to discuss very shortly. These 6 songs in our Patreon content never ever made the top 10, but in many ways, James, I'm more excited to talk about these, the ones you chose especially, leaving me with the scraps as per usual. But
There were loads of great songs though knocking around the chart.
fair enough. I didn't even choose Paul McCartney Figure of 8 because the rest of the top 40, 50, 60, 70 is so good.
Which it makes it even more baffling when we'll get into the songs that you did pick. But yes, this is our bonus tracks episode that is available to our Patreon backers, the people who very kindly donate a couple of quid a month to keep this podcast going. You can become one, by the way. You get access to the bonus tracks. You become part of our little club at patreon.com/ShoobyPodcast.
Well, What a marvellous next 10 we've discussed. Do you think we'll do that? I enjoyed it, James.
Yeah,
I thought
it was good
to go a little bit off the beaten track. We could do numbers. When there's a top 100 one week, we could do 100 to 91, couldn't we?
But people have got to know what the songs are, haven't they? They've got to know, not all of them, but they've got to know a few. I mean, who knows? Who knows what we'll do next April Fool's Day when we come up with another great prank.
I can't wait. I can't wait for more pranks. Thank you to everybody who bought these records to put them not in the top 10, but the next 10. Thank you to all the artists and the writers and the performers and the producers who made these records. But mainly, thank you very much for listening. We genuinely appreciate it.
So, Andy, what was your favourite?
My favourite out of all those, I mean, I'm tempted to say Jive Bunny, but I'll go for Rebel MC, Street Tough, what a treat.
Yeah,
What about you?
I mean, it's fool's gold in it, but Street Tough is loads of fun. I've enjoyed the Morrissey song more than I thought I was going to.
Yeah.
Commandeer Adieu has been in my head all week, so you've got to give that respect as well. If you're enjoying this nonsense, please do leave a rate and review on wherever you get your podcast from. Those things really, really help us out. And until next time, Shooby Dooby Doo up.
Bop, bop, shoe up.